Hey Pisces, it's Empress Rose. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch your storyline or energy wave for this reading, check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If this is probably already your sun. But anyway, check your other placements if this one isn't the one for you. And I've thoroughly shuffled these cards before turning on the camera. We're going to start with, as always, the Oracle Mystical Moments deck. It's not as always. This deck's gonna get tired. I can feel it getting tired. We're gonna use it as long as it wants. All right, what do we have for Pisces this week? What do we have for Pisces? Okay. Anything else for Pisces? Almost, but anything else for Pisces? Oh, they spun. Two of them spun together. Oh, wow. Okay, I've already gotten two of these cards today. All right. This is beautiful. There's so much protection here for you. Okay? So whatever you're going through, you got some help. You got some help. So we have Rose Garden. You've changed, you've grown, you've got some thorns on you now. You're able to stand up for yourself. You're able to defend yourself. You've changed the way you interact, the way you talk, the way you interact with somebody. You were able to transform that, and this has been in the service of your own growth and your own growth. Yeah. So, of course, you know, we do all have thorns, and that's to keep the deer from eating the plants before they get to bloom and everybody gets to enjoy their blooms. So that's why we have thorns. So it's okay to have thorns. It's okay to be a little pokey, a little thorny, and it helps you grow. You can't grow if the deer are constantly coming by and chomping you down. It's just a fact. Flower spirit, here you are being gently held and gently guided, possibly by spirit. This is the only card in the deck that actually mentions spirit. So this looks like a spiritual companion that is here helping you tenderly, gently, just keeping like a reassuring hand on you sort of as you grow and as you bloom and as you blossom. There's a really reassuring energy here that it's kind of a, you know, the flower pops open, breaks open, it's split. There's this, you know, this transformation that this caterpillar goes through isn't pretty. It's not great, and I think the flower I think the flower must have similar feelings, but I mean, just sort of the mechanism is it like breaks open, and I'm just imagining being a flower and breaking open and how that light would feel coming in, how it would look, those shafts of light coming in, and feeling them hit me inside of me. That warmth and that light that you crave coming in, you know, like beams through the clouds, and I think that must be a really glorious experience to bloom like that, to feel that coming in. Anyway, so you have a guide here. You have help. You have help. I don't usually directly talk about angels or spirits, but this is clear. This is like what would I be doing if I wasn't seeing this angel with you, you know? And here's my home is my castle. This is wanting to share something, having kind of this whole vision and this whole world and this whole village sort of up in your head and wanting to share it. This is like you've got a novel in your head here, and you're tentatively wanting to share a short story or a chapter from it. Like, this is a chapter, you want to share it. You want to talk about it. You hear these birds, these messages flying free. You're ready to share something with somebody. You're ready to talk. You're ready to, but you've changed the way you talk, and you can defend yourself a little better now. And you've grown, and you've developed, and you've had a lot of guidance through this. So, you know, now you're feeling ready to share a little bit. You're like, okay. All right, I've changed. I'm ready to defend myself. Look, she's got all these towers and turrets, and she's got defenses here. She's not defenseless, so she's willing to share. Maybe bring down one of these defenses and share it with somebody. Share it with the world, perhaps. a part of herself that brings her a lot of comfort and joy. And then we have night ride. So we have like going through something, going through a dark thing. And then we have all of this support here, right? This touching support right here. I don't know which character you are. Are you the elephant sort of blindly bumbling through the swamp, that you're strong and you're loyal and you're protective and you're a memory here? Or are you sort of the mama owl, the one that can see with the vision through the night and can guide this elephant who's also protecting them as they go through this swamp through the night? Or are you this little guy here, this needing protection and needing being so small and so vulnerable that you need that protection? I don't think you are vulnerable. I don't think you are the little guy, but because you do have these thorns now. Maybe you were, and maybe now you can be the protector. So anyway, it's a team effort going through this swamp. It is dark, but there is some magic, and the magic is in the unions, in the alliances, in the friendships, in the trust. The magic is in the trust. But you have enough self-defenses here that you can open, you can bloom, and an angel's going to be here protecting you while you do bloom, helping you, sort of midwifing you through the process of blooming. And there's this trust, and I think that we're seeing some trust here. So there's that. All right, Moonology. Let's go, Moonology. What do we have? What do we have for Pisces this week? What's our best message for Pisces this week? What do they need to hear the most for their highest good? What do we have for Pisces this week? Okay, well, we'll go there. Three messages. I prefer one, but a new romantic cycle begins. I don't know romantic, but a new emotional beginning in balance, in fairness, in equality. You're beginning some sort of communication or interaction with somebody where it's going to be balanced, it's going to be fair, it's going to be good this time. New moon in Libra. You know, that's all about relationships. It's all about communication. It's all about fairness. So you're beginning something, and those are the foundations. As the fairness, the equality, community. Everyone's doing their part here. Yeah. And don't let your past hold you back, South Node. So maybe you've made some shitty decisions before. Just a guess, I don't know, but are you here? Are you human? Are you on Earth? Then yeah, you made some shitty decisions at some point. So don't let that, that's not necessarily what's gonna happen this time, you know? So don't let your past hold you back. You used to be the caterpillar, now you're the butterfly. You used to not have thorns, now you have thorns. You can protect yourself. You don't need to worry about the deer anymore, okay? Because you can protect yourself. So yeah, and there's so much protection here that you just need to be aware that that if you've been hurt in the past, it's not going to be the same going in the future. I mean, yeah, maybe the deer may nibble a few leaves off you, but you're going to be okay. You're going to survive. You're not going to die. So don't let past expectations, you know, things that happened in the past can so often create expectations or mind ruts or something like that. So just be cleansing that out, sort of habitual thinking that tends to keep you afraid and trapped. So don't free yourself of any like habitual thoughts or habitual fears that might keep something from going forward that should go forward. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. So something very unusual is going to happen here. Maybe this blooming, maybe this growing, maybe this sharing. Allow it though. Believe in the impossible. When we believe in the impossible, we can see the impossible. If you don't believe in the impossible, sometimes opportunities for the impossible to happen come up. But if you don't If you're not going to take them if you don't even believe in them. If you don't believe in this angel flower spirit, you're never going to see an angel's flower spirit. Not never, but it's going to be less likely. And that's true for literally everything, more concrete things and more, those experiments they do with like the basketball game and the guy in an ape suit running through it. And if you're focused on, one part of the basketball game, you're not going to see this really crazy, unusual thing coming through frame. And most people don't. Most people don't see the guy coming right through the middle of the basketball game. Those are experiments you can find on YouTube and stuff. That they don't see that guy because they're not looking for it. So in some ways, in order to experience the impossible, we first have to believe that be open to it. We have to be open to things coming in and not so focused on exactly what we see, exactly what's right in front of us right now. So we have ethereal visions for the body of the reading. All right, for Pisces, this is your past, this is your present, this is your inner landscape, this is what's at issue. This is your environment, your to-do list, possible outcome. We're going someplace good. We're going someplace good. We don't start out there, though. Oh, shit, man. But, we already know. We already know. This already happened. You were already in this Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. You have to keep fighting. It's still going on. The battle is still going on. You thought it was going to be over a couple months ago. And now there's just more. There's more coming, and there's more to do. The battle continues. Geez Louise, will these people never put their freaking wands down so I can go home and go see a doctor for how hurt I am? I'm hurt and this thing keeps going on. So that's where you're at, or that's where you've been, is this battle just keeps going on and you keep having to stand your ground. You keep having to keep your thorns up. You keep having to stand your ground. You keep having to defend yourself. You keep having to defend your ideas, your vision, all of that. That's what's going on here. That's what's been going on. That's in your past situation. In your present situation, you have this lovely card. Wow, 10 of Swords. So exciting. You've reached the end of your rope here. You're as wounded, but the good news, this is such a good news card, believe me. You've got all the swords you're going to get. There's no more stabbing you in the back. There's nothing more that can be done to hurt you. This is the end. This is the end of this painful, horrible cycle, and you're not going to be hurt anymore. Maybe because you've got these thorns, but also because there aren't any swords left. It's not that you like anybody came to your rescue, although, we all have these helpers. We have this flower spirit and this elephant and this night ride here, right? But so you do have helpers, but this ended because the swords ran out. Somebody ran out of swords. They would still be stabbing you if they had more, but they're done now, okay? There are no more swords. This is your present situation. This is the present energy, the end of a very painful process, the end of betrayal, the end of being stabbed in the back, the end of this painful process. And you're reaching right here for the water. You're almost there to that glorious healing water. You're almost there. In your inner landscape, you have 10 of Wands. You are either afraid of, or you're hoping that you can put this burden down. This burden really wasn't yours to carry. You didn't make it. You didn't create it. People you were like, hey, I'm going to town. Someone was like, hey, can you carry this stick into town, please, for me? And you were like, oh, sure, I can carry a stick. And then the next house, they're like, hey, I got 2 sticks. Can you bring them into town for me? I owe somebody 2 sticks. And you were like, okay, I'll bring them in. They weren't ever your sticks. You got 10 sticks and maybe 2 of them are yours. You went to town to sell 2 sticks here. I'm like, I've got this whole village in my head here. Get this whole village up here that I'm now just sharing with you of all these people that gave you sticks and you're ready to put them down. You are hoping right now that this burden is over, this battle is over. If everybody could just put their fucking sticks down already, we could be done with this, okay? So this is your hope. Your hope is that that's it. This is done. It wasn't even your burden to carry. You didn't cause any of this. It was just put on you and you had to carry it. I mean, you didn't ask for these swords in your back. You didn't ask for any of this. This wasn't what you ordered. And who among us is getting what we ordered though here? Nobody. I mean, we are, but we aren't. we don't think we ordered it, but we did. So this is, you're very hopeful that this is the end, that you're done, that this is the 10 of Wands. This is the end of the suit. We're done, right? This is it. This is the last little bit. I get to put this down now. I'm in town and everybody's going to be happy now. At issue, you have this Magician. And we take this in the reversal. This is something that you wanted, something that you wished for, something that you dreamed about, but you're not able to manifest it. It's either because you're missing some pieces of the manifestation process. So this Magician, he needs all his tools. He needs his cups, he needs his coins, he needs his swords, he needs his wands. He needs all his tools and some magic tools on top of that, and his magic wand. And he can make anything come to life, except for something's not manifesting for you. You're just stuck here. It's just like, this isn't happening. And that's what's causing an issue, is this thing that you've been envisioning, fighting for, working for, it's not happening. It's not moving forward. It's not manifesting. It's not coming in. You can't make it. And I think that's what we're getting here too, is you can't make it happen. You can't make this be, you know, this is the last sword. That's what this is telling you, is we're hopeful that this is the last sword, but you can't make it end. There's not much you can do here. You don't have the power, you don't have the ability to bring this, to lay the burden down. You're hoping you can lay the burden down, but you don't have all the power you need to do that. Although we are saying believe in the impossible. So maybe this Magician like turns himself upright and gets going. So we are saying that this is what's happened. This is the current situation. We're not talking about the future yet or anything like that, because we're just talking about how you're wounded warrior, you're tired of fighting, you're tired of this battle, this is as bad as it's gonna get. You're hopeful that you can put this burden down finally, and it's just not happening. It's just not manifesting the way you did all the work, you did what you thought you needed to do, and it's just not happening yet. So in your environment, you have this 8 of Pentacles, lots of hard focused work. You're gonna have to, there's something in your environment that's requiring a lot of your attention, a lot of your work, a lot of your focus. You gotta keep focus, it's just a work heavy environment. There's a lot of work to do and you need to stay focused on it in order to get it all done. So work is part of the environment here. And then in your to-do list, we have the 6 of Wands. Suddenly, we have this garbage top row here. There's all this work that needs to happen, and suddenly there's like this triumphant entry, praise, people loving what you're doing, loving what you've done, what you've brought to the community. This is a parade in your honor. This is being proud of the job that you've done, proud of how you've handled everything and what you've done. This is triumphant entry, and there's a public aspect to this. So people noticing, people admiring, people seeing. So you're supposed to be coming into this energy of what? Your to-do list is to like have a parade. It could be the opposite of a parade, a protest. You could be protesting. This is to come in triumphant. This is your to-do list. There has something to do with public, something to do with success, something to do with your success made everybody happy. Like people were happy with your blooming. People are happy with your transformation. And maybe just owning that and feeling that success and feeling that and allowing people to know what you've done and to praise it, allowing that somehow. That's the energy, you know, don't let your past hold you back. This is moving forward. This is moving forward, you know, in sort of a leadership position. Allowing the support, maybe so, because we have so much support here. We have this flower spirit, we have this elephant and this owl. We have a lot of support, and maybe just allowing that support to come in, maybe going public with something that you didn't think you were going to go public with. I mean, you have a lot of wands here, so there's a lot of inspired creativity. So maybe being more publicly creative, maybe being more public with your creativity, or bringing that forward, bringing that inspired inspired activity forward, and allowing for other people to see it, and allowing for other people to appreciate it, really. I don't, we'll see. Possible outcome is the Knight of Pentacles. This isn't a lot of movement. We go from a lot of like movement to some steady, steadfast, dealing with money, dealing with a real world thing. This could be work, this could be money, this could be being very good at managing money, being very good at your work, being focused on the work, being focused on your money, protecting your coins, protecting your money. This is where you're going, is this harvesting of what's yours and bringing it in. You're not in a hurry. He has a very grounded, so maybe this is being very grounded. Being very grounded and being very, very good with money, very good with work, really knowing what you're doing, really knowing how to do the job. It's not about movement or ideas or anything like that. So one of your possible outcomes is, I don't know, some good wealth, some solid growth, some solid, feeling more grounded in what's yours, in your wealth, maybe acquiring the wealth, maybe that kind of thing. Yeah. Well, Pisces, this was an interesting reading. I hope you enjoy this little parade in your honor. You can come into that energy where you're going to accept a parade in your honor, or you're going to allow people to see your creativity. But my God, you look tired and worn out here on this top row. You are so protected, though. You're protecting yourself. You're protected from within. You're protected from without, and you're protected by friends and family around you. And you're starting to share parts of yourself. So maybe that's what this is. This is starting to share parts of yourself. You know, you've got this whole thing up here and you're sharing it. And maybe this is the same vibe, is sharing publicly parts of yourself that you weren't open to sharing before, but now you might be ready for it. So, all right, believe in the impossible. That's my favorite part of this whole reading. All right, Pisces, I thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and comments. I really appreciate it. They're encouraging for me, and they help raise the profile of the channel so that other people can find these readings and hopefully find something useful in them too. So thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful week.